It's 3 a.m. The only light in the room is the cold glow from your phone. Your baby is finally asleep on your chest, and you're almost too scared to breathe, let alone move. And as you sit there, you're scrolling, reading articles about sleep training, cry it out, controlled crying, and every fiber of your being, your gut just screams no. You feel trapped, wondering if you're doomed to be this exhausted forever. If that sounds familiar, I need you to listen closely. This video is for you. I'm Sarah, and I'm not a sleep guru. I'm a mom who has been right where you are, feeling completely lost between what my heart was telling me and what the internet was shouting at me. I made it my mission to find another way, to read all the studies and books so you don't have to. And what I want you to hear, loud and clear, is that deciding sleep training isn't for you is a perfectly valid choice. It does not mean you're out of options. There are powerful, gentle, and science-backed ways to transform your baby's sleep. But I have to warn you, it starts with an idea that feels completely backwards. What if I told you that the single biggest key to unlocking better sleep at night actually involves waking your baby up? I know, it sounds completely backward, and I promise we are going to dive deep into exactly why that works in just a moment. But first, we have to acknowledge the exhausting cycle we're even trying to break. That feeling when a terrible night bleeds into a chaotic day. You're walking on eggshells around a fussy baby who only takes these tiny 20-minute naps. You spend the whole day just trying to get them to sleep, only for the night to fall and you're filled with dread, knowing you're about to do it all over again. And to make it worse, you go online for help and you're just drowning in conflicting advice. You find yourself staring at the clock, frantically doing wake window math in your head, feeling like you failed some kind of test when your baby is still wide awake. It feels like you're fighting your baby, not helping them. This is where we take a deep breath, because there is another way, a gentler way. I'm going to walk you through a clear 4-step framework that finally stops the fight, because it works with your baby's natural biology, not against it. And the very first step, the absolute foundation of working with their biology, starts with something that might sound a little crazy. Pillar number 1, we are going to wake our baby up within the same 30-minute window every single morning. I know, take a breath. It goes against every instinct in your body. The old wisdom is never wake a sleeping baby. And the thought of willingly ending that precious, quiet time feels wrong. I get it, I've been there. But I need you to trust me on this, because this one change is the most powerful piece of the entire puzzle. This is all about setting your baby's master internal clock, their circadian rhythm. Think of it like this. Deep inside your baby's brain is a tiny, incredibly powerful master clock. And every single morning, it's waiting for a signal to know, okay, the day has officially started. Let's get all the body's systems, including sleep and hunger, on the same schedule. And that signal? It's light. When you open the blinds and expose your baby to natural daylight at a consistent time, you are literally hitting the reset button on that clock for the day. For the first few months, sleep is pretty chaotic. But after about 6 months, this circadian rhythm becomes the single biggest force guiding their sleep patterns. We're not fighting their biology, we're just giving it the one thing it needs to get organized, a consistent start time. And the effect cascades through the entire day. Let's imagine you choose 7 a.m. as your goal. So between 7 and 7:30 every morning, you go in, you cheerfully open the blinds, and you start the day. Because you started the day predictably, that first nap suddenly becomes predictable. That 7 a.m. baby is now reliably ready for their first nap around 9 a.m. And when they wake up from that nap around 10, you can already anticipate their next nap will likely be around 12:30. The whole day starts to fall into place like dominoes, all because you controlled the first one. Now, I can hear the big question you're thinking, but Sarah, what if they had a horrible night? What if they were up every hour and only just fell into a deep sleep at 6:45 a.m.? You really want me to wake them? And this is where we have to be both consistent and compassionate. Ideally, especially for the first week as you establish this new rhythm, yes, you would still wake them. It is tough, I know, but that consistency is what teaches their body the new schedule the fastest. But you are the expert on your baby. If it was a truly exceptionally awful night, it is okay to give an extra 30 minutes of grace. The goal here is rhythm, not rigid rule following. One slightly later morning won't derail everything, as long as you get right back on track the very next day. We're aiming for progress, not perfection. So that's the first, and honestly, the most fundamental pillar. By setting that one anchor point in the morning, you've created the foundation for a predictable and calmer day. It feels wrong, but it's the most powerful thing you can do for their internal clock. Okay, so once you've set that master clock for the day, your next job is to stop being a clock watcher yourself and instead become a baby detective. This is our second pillar, learning to follow their lead by responding to tired signs, not just the clock. Now, let's talk about wake windows. I know they are everywhere online, and for some, they can be a helpful starting point. But here's the truth I've learned. Wake windows are a guide, not a gospel. Clinging to them too tightly is how we get stuck in that stressful wake window math, trying to force a schedule that just doesn't fit. Think about it. The internet might say your 6-month-old has a 2.5-hour wake window, but if they only took a 30-minute nap, their sleep tank isn't full. They might be truly exhausted after just 90 minutes. In that moment, the clock is lying to you, but your baby is telling you the truth. So we need to learn their language. For the next day or so, I want you to become a detective, looking for their early tired signs. These are the quiet whispers that say, "I'm getting ready for sleep." This is your golden window. It might be a sudden stillness, like their little internal computers rebooting. It could be that 1,000-yard stare, where they just look right through you, suddenly disinterested in their favorite toy. You might see a little bit of redness on their eyebrows or eyelids. These signs are subtle, and they are unique to every baby. If we miss those whispers, we get the late tired signs. These are the loud shouts for help. The frantic eye rubbing, the big dramatic yawns, the squirming, the back arching, and of course, the crying. Now, you might think a yawn is the start of them being tired, but it's not. A yawn is a distress signal that the invitation for sleep expired about 5 minutes ago. By the time you see a yawn, their body is already being flooded with the stress hormone cortisol. It acts like a shot of adrenaline, giving them a mistaken second wind to fight off sleepiness. And that just makes it so much harder for them to settle down peacefully. When you learn to respond to their whispers, you create a system that grows with them. As their wake times naturally stretch, their signs will simply appear a little later. No apps, no math, just you and your baby perfectly in sync. So here's your assignment, your first detective mission. For the next 24 hours, forget the clock. Keep a note open on your phone, and every time you even think your baby might be getting tired, jot down what you see. What did they do right before they started to fuss? You'll start to see their unique pattern emerge. You are the world's leading expert on your baby, and this is how you prove it to yourself. I'm so curious, what are some of the unique, subtle tired signs your baby shows? Drop them in the comments below. You might help another parent recognize a cue they've been missing. I cannot wait to read all of your baby detective discoveries in the comments. It is so powerful when we share what we learn. But once you spot that perfect, subtle cue, that little ear tug or that 1,000-yard stare, what happens next? How do you smoothly guide that tired baby from the world of play to the world of sleep? This is where our third pillar comes in, and honestly, it feels a little bit like magic. It's the power of a simple, consistent pre-sleep routine. Babies, and really all of us, are creatures of habit. We thrive on predictability. A routine is like a secret language between you and your baby. It's a series of clear signals that say, hey, we're winding down now. It's safe to let go, sleep is coming. I like to think of this as habit stacking for sleep. It's a concept where you create a chain of associations. Each small, calm action you take cues the next one, creating an unstoppable, gentle momentum that leads directly to sleep. And the science on this is just crystal clear. One major review of sleep studies found that babies with a consistent bedtime routine fall asleep faster, they wake up less during the night, and they stay asleep for longer. But here's the part that honestly gave me goosebumps when I first read it. The most incredible part of this research is how fast it works. These improvements aren't something you have to wait weeks or months for. They can be seen in as little as 3 nights. Just 3! Now, when I say routine, I know some of you might be picturing a 45-minute spa-like experience with lavender massages and a string quartet. Let's just put that pressure aside. A routine doesn't have to be long or complicated. The power isn't in the length, it's in the sequence. The same simple steps in the same order every single time. For naps, this can be a micro routine that takes literally 2 minutes. It could be as simple as 1. You draw the blinds. 2. You zip them into their sleeping bag. And 3. You hum the first verse of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star as you lay them down. That's it. That's the entire routine. Simple, repeatable, powerful. For bedtime, you might have a slightly longer version, maybe 10 to 15 minutes. It could look like this. You go into their room, dim the lights, you close the blinds together and say, "Night-night, son." Then the gentle shush as you turn on the white noise machine. You change their diaper, slip them into that cozy sleeping bag that feels like a warm hug. Then you sit in your chair and read 1 or 2 familiar board books, your voice calm and low. Finally, a last cuddle, a soft "I love you," and you place them into their crib, awake. This sequence, this predictable rhythm, becomes one of the most powerful sleep tools you have. It's not about forcing anything. It's about creating a runway for sleep, making it the most natural, easy next step for your baby to take. This sequence, this predictable rhythm, becomes one of the most powerful sleep tools you have. It's not about forcing anything. It's about creating a runway for sleep, making it the most natural, easy next step for your baby to take. And now that we've built that runway, it's time for our 4th and final pillar. We're going to build the hanger. We're going to engineer the perfect sleep sanctuary for your baby. This final piece is what makes all the other pillars work so much better. For the first 6 to 8 weeks, a newborn can sleep pretty much anywhere. But right around that 2-month mark, a huge developmental shift happens. Their pineal gland kicks into gear and starts producing melatonin, the sleepy hormone, in response to darkness. Their awareness of the world sharpens. Suddenly, the environment isn't just background noise, it's a major player. And our job is to get that environment working for their sleep, not against it. This sanctuary is built on 3 foundations. It must be dark, it must be cool, and it must be consistently quiet. First, let's talk about darkness. And I mean dark. So dark you can't see your hand in front of your face. This is non-negotiable. Remember that melatonin we just talked about? Darkness is the on switch. Light is the off switch. When your baby's room is truly dark, it sends a powerful, primal signal to their brain. It is the long, quiet night. It is safe to sleep deeply. This helps set their circadian rhythm for nighttime, and it's just as vital for naps. Daytime sleep is mostly light, easily disrupted REM sleep. A sliver of light under the door or a shadow on the wall can be just enough to pull them out of a nap cycle too early. Blackout curtains are your best friend here. Second, the sanctuary must be cool. The ideal temperature for a baby's room is between 68 and 72 degrees Fahrenheit, or about 20 to 22 degrees Celsius. This might feel a little chilly to us, but it's perfect for them. Here's why. In order for any human, baby or adult, to initiate and maintain deep sleep, our core body temperature has to drop slightly. Think about how you sleep best. It's usually when you're snuggled under a cozy blanket in a cool room. It's the same for our babies. A room that's too warm can actively prevent their body from making that crucial temperature drop, leading to more night wakings and restless sleep. So dress them appropriately in their swaddle or sleep sack and trust that a cooler room is a sleepier room. Finally, the room needs to be consistently quiet. Now, this doesn't mean absolute silence. In fact, silence can be startling for a baby. The real enemy of sleep is a sudden change in sound, a dog barking, a siren outside, you dropping something in the kitchen. These unexpected noises can jolt a baby right out of a light sleep cycle. The solution is a constant, boring sound, white noise. It works by creating a blanket of sound that masks those sudden noises. It doesn't have to be loud, just a gentle, constant whoosh like a shower running in the next room. This sound is incredibly comforting because it mimics the constant low rumble they heard for 9 months in the womb. It's a signal of safety. It tells their nervous system, all is well, nothing to be alarmed about. You can let go and drift off. Dark, cool, and quiet. It sounds so simple, but by engineering these 3 elements, you are creating an environment that honors your baby's biology. You're not just putting them in a room, you're giving them a sanctuary designed for restorative rest. And that right there, that sanctuary, is the final piece of the puzzle. When you put it all together, you create a holistic system that works with your baby, not against them. So let's just quickly recap the 4 pillars we talked about. First, you set the master clock for the day with a consistent wake-up time. Second, you become the baby detective, learning to trust their unique tired cues over rigid schedules. Third, you build predictability and security with a simple pre-sleep routine. And fourth, you create that perfect sleep sanctuary. Forget the rigid rules and the one-size-fits-all methods. By mastering these 4 pillars, you become the expert on your baby's sleep. You learn their language, you work with their biology, and most importantly, you build a foundation of trust and rest that will last a lifetime. This is about responding to your child with confidence and love. If you found this video helpful and are ready to leave the sleep stress behind, please give this video a like. And be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next one. You've got this, and we're here to support you.